Hey everyone, Daniel here for Pocket. And a couple of days ago, iOS 5.0 was released to iPhone developers and also iDevice developers on the developers website for Apple. So here we have a build of iOS 5.0, and we're going to go through all of the applications and hopefully most of the new features that are available with the iOS 5.0. So we'll start at the lock screen, and as you can see, we do get notifications directly on the lock screen now, so that's nice. You can view the older and newer notifications. I don't have too many things on here, but you can also get email and other stuff like that. We'll just slide over to unlock, and here, of course, we are at our messaging things. I was trying to send a message really fast. And let's see what else. If I move the bar down from the top, we get these little widgets. We also get email notifications here, and we also get our SMS notifications and other notifications directly from this little widget-based program in which we can just slide up or down. We can also get current weather forecasts, and there's not too many widgets available for this right now, so we'll just close that. Our calendar is pretty much exactly the same, except now we have the iCloud integration, so you can have multiple calendars, and we'll just close this, click done, and the calendar looks very similar to how it was on previous builds of iOS. One thing to mention about the messaging is if you do get a message while you're doing something, opposed to the previous builds, it does show you a little scroll down, I guess almost like a block at the very top. Let me see if I can send something really quick, and I'll show you how that works. We'll try this again. We'll send and close out of here, and we'll see if it comes up at the top. So as you can see, the little bar or block moved down, and it shows me my message, which is really nice if you're using the internet or anything, so it doesn't pop up on the screen like it has in the previous builds of iOS. We can go to our photos. I don't have any photos on here right now, except for the couple that I just took. One neat feature about this, though, is with the camera, you can now use the volume down button as I guess a shutter button. So you can just hit the volume down button, and it will automatically take a photo of the whatever you're shooting. So we'll just get out of there. Let's see, we have YouTube, which we've all seen before. There's nothing too different in there. We have our stocks, which was same as iOS 4. We have our Google Maps, which hasn't changed too much. It's pretty much exactly the same as it was in previous builds, and we can get our current location here. Let's see what else. We don't have anything except for this print button, and that's about it. Nothing too different from that application. So no navigation on there, so we'll move on to the next one. We have our weather application, which is just the same as this weather widget up here. So let me get out of there. We have our notes, which was on the previous builds, our reminders, which is a new program that's built into iOS 5, and this allows you to create reminders if you are the type of person that doesn't fall well into completing tasks. Well, now you have a way to do that, and you can get the reminders by a list or a date, and you can also update this with iCloud, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. We have our clock, which is exactly the same as the previous builds of iOS, so we can get out of there. We have our Game Center. A different version of Game Center allows you to find your friends more easily, but because this is, of course, the iOS 5 beta, I don't have too many friends on here, and also, let's see here, no requests. So I can add friends. Let's see how you do add friends. Maybe it integrates with Facebook or something. Apparently email, so let's just get out of here. So pretty similar to the old Game Center. It did pop up when I was playing a game if I wanted to add some friends. Newsstand, which is a new program that allows you to view newspapers and magazines. Unfortunately, the store doesn't work right now, so it'll probably come out in fall or when other developers start creating these documents and magazines and such. So we can go to iTunes. So iTunes looks very similar to how it was on previous builds of iOS, so we can view our new releases, top 10s, and our genres. One cool thing about this is we can go to Purchased and view our previously purchased music that we have. Fortunately, I've never purchased any music on iTunes, so we can go to the App Store. I have downloaded a lot of apps though, so on the App Store in iOS 5, it's very similar to how it was in previous builds. Luckily, they do give us the option to view all of the applications in which we've purchased in the past. So it did say that all my apps were up to date. By going to the updates, we can view all of the applications which we have purchased in the past or downloaded if they're free, and we can download those directly to our iPhone or iPod or iPad, whatever iDevice you have, and we can also go to the ones that are not on this phone and view all of those applications. So that's nice if you've had an app and you accidentally lost all the data on your phone or something like that and you needed to restore, but you didn't have that app already saved to iTunes. It does show you which apps you've downloaded. So we'll skip the settings for just a second. We can go to videos, which is a new application available on the iOS 5. So we can also go to the store, and I don't have any videos on here right now, but we can also view the purchase similar to iTunes. And with this app on the iPhone here, I'm guessing that the newer iPhone 5 or 4S or whatever it's going to be called will have more space, just because movies are very large and it would be difficult to store a lot of them. So at least 64 gigabytes on some devices. We can also view our purchase there, similar to the iTunes. And let's see, anything else that's new other than in the settings? Let's see, nothing over here, so all the similar stuff. Oh, we do have this music that's a little bit different than it was before. Instead of using the iPod, we have music, so we can view all those. I don't have any music or anything on this iPhone right now, so we can go into some of the settings. And this is where the biggest changes to iOS 5 come from, because we do have this iCloud integration, and we can back up all of our information to iCloud, and we can also view our storage and backup here. It does give you 5 gigabytes of storage with the trial version, or with the beta version. Unfortunately, we can't buy more storage because the store isn't open yet, so if I was to click on that, it wouldn't really do anything. And we can also back up to iCloud. Let me go here. Okay. Is not possible, so purchasing additional storage isn't possible. So we can go back. You can also view these other applications that will sync directly with iCloud, so you can save all your photos, save your location with your Find My iPhone app, and all these other programs right here. Okay, so let's go to some other settings. We have our notifications here. We can change those in all these applications. That's pretty much similar to how it was before. Location services, very similar. Sounds, I don't think anything's changed. Let's see. It does allow you to designate more sounds, I believe, opposed to the previous builds. We can go back. General information, or general settings, is where we have most of our changes. So we go to software update. This is new. It allows you to update your software directly from this little setting here. Unfortunately, I don't think the server is up because I've been trying it on Wi-Fi and over data connection. We can view our usage. So we have 0 bytes in our iPod, which is the music application now. And we can view our iCloud storage, which allows us to back up things. We can also view battery percentage, which I like to have on. And I think that's about it. So we can also reset those if we like. iTunes Sync. This is where you can automatically change your iTunes to sync with your iPhone or iOS device. We can get our network information, Bluetooth on, all these other settings. One cool thing about this version is we can go to accessibility, and if I go all the way down to the bottom, it allows you to turn on the LED flash for alerts. So that's pretty cool if you don't like to have your phone with the volume on, or you just want to be able to see that, or at nighttime even, it might wake you up just from the flashing lights. If you needed to get an important alert, you can set the flash on there, and some other settings in the accessibility area. So we can go into Twitter. Another great advancement on the iOS 5 is to have Twitter. Unfortunately, you do need to install it from the App Store to allow this to work with your device. And we can also, let's see, what else do we have down here? We have music, which allows us to have an equalizer now. We can also shake to shuffle and other settings on this music application. So this has been just a little walkthrough of what iOS 5.0 has to offer to developers now with the beta. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you like our videos, make sure you give us a thumbs up, and also leave some comments down below. And again, thanks for watching.